more than 24 carries per game last season with the Cowboys, but had only 2 carries on Sunday night, 24 versus 2. He only gained 3 yards in the Eagles' 40-17 loss to the Cardinals. DeMarco has had just 21 combined rushing attempts for 61 yards over the past 3 games. So let me ask you guys this. Who made the better choice about DeMarco, the Cowboys or the Eagles?
Well, although they haven't found an adequate replacement for DeMarco, the Cowboys made the better decision. I think Jerry Jones and that front office drew a line in the sand, saying this is what we're willing to go to. In the history, there's a threshold that a running back gets to, and that if he ever gets to this point, there's no coming back from it. Only one guy has ever been able to go to that point and come back. That was Eric Dickerson, and that's the 390. Once a guy gets to that number, you look at Eddie George, look at Terrell Davis, look at Jamal Anderson, look at Sean Alexander. You look at some of these guys that's gotten to that number. DeMarco had like 390 carries. He caught another 40 passes, played 2 playoff games. So he had almost 500 touches.
Yeah, and he's not a make-you-miss guy. He's going to run into people.
Right.
Yeah.
He's never coming back. And so
you don't think he'll ever come back?
He'll never. And I hate to say never. Okay, there's a 1% chance. They put man on the moon, Skip, so anything's possible.
So it's going to be a man on the moon shot that he gets.
Exactly. And so when you get to this, Skip, when I watch him run, Skip, I saw him run a couple of times. He gets the first down and he slides down. When have you ever seen a running back, Skip, get a first down and slide?
Okay, I don't know if he just lost heart for the scheme where he just didn't want to give himself to Philadelphia. Didn't want to take the punishment.
And on 4th and 1, they don't let him carry the ball. They get stuff, and the guy standing on the sideline with his helmet on. He's frustrated. He took the money. I don't blame him, Skip. I don't blame him. I'm sure his agent told him, look, when you get to these numbers, you're never going to be the same again. If somebody's going to offer you X and they're only offering you this.
Okay, so you don't blame DeMarco.
Absolutely not.
Cowboys took the money too.
Okay, they did, but you can also make
$12 million guaranteed versus 24 guaranteed.
Okay, but can money buy happiness, to quote the old cliche?
No.
Well, not in this case.
No, it buys convenience.
I tell you what, I'd rather be happy. I'd rather be sad driving a Mercedes than jumping up and down on the bus. That's just me personally.
You don't think DeMarco misses his life and times in Dallas, Texas with the Cowboys?
All things being equal, Skip, he would have liked to get that money from the Cowboys. Yeah. But that wasn't how it was going to play out. So you had to say one or the other. Skip, mortgages, private school tuitions, lifestyle moving forward.
He's got 2 kids now.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. That's what money buys you.
All right, this is a first on First Take because Shannon Sharpe just said something positive about Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, that they made the right choice.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, all right, thank you for that. But I have to defend Chip Kelly this much. Okay. He also won in part because he got DeMarco away, even though I don't think DeMarco would have been.
But how did how did he help them?
That's what I'm saying. He didn't help them at all.
Yeah.
You could argue he wouldn't have helped Dallas as much even as Darren McFadden did this year. And I got to make a point here. Darren McFadden, 4 of the last 7 games, had 100+ yards.
Yes.
Okay, that's decent. I'm not saying he's DeMarco, but it's ballparky enough that I don't think they suffered without DeMarco.
I don't believe they did. I don't believe they did either. And Skip, that's what you have to look at. You have to look at, okay, moving forward. We can't just look at next year. He has basically a 3-year guaranteed contract. So I got to look at $24 million guaranteed. That's obsolete now. Next year, you're going to be paying the guy $7-8 million for what? 200 yards in a season? How many yards did he have now? He's never going to be what we saw. So he was offensive player of the year, 1,800+ yards.
Yep.
That's never going to happen again.
Maybe Chip Kelly won't have to be around in Philadelphia to pay the price for the rest of the contract.
Does Washington beat Philly Saturday? Clinch the division?
Deshaun Jackson catches a big one.
You're going with Washington at Philly?
I'm taking the Redskins.
Hail to the Redskins?
I'm not. I'm going hail to the Eagles. I think the Eagles win at home just because it's home. I don't trust Kirk Cousins on the road.
First Cousins.
It always comes down to
First Cousins been doing good.
He has.
First Cousins
at home.
I'm taking it. I'm taking First Cousins.
Yeah.
I got Washington.
First Cousin.
I can't wait. Stephen A., I'm coming back for you tomorrow.
I'll give you that. Shannon, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks all of you too. Have a great day. To take callers. On line 1, Stevie from Hollis, Queens. He's calling in right now. Stevie, are you there?
Don't you ever call me that, Molly.
I'm teasing you, Stephen A.
This is the one and only Stephen A. Shannon
Stephen
Sharp.
one and only.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Let me deal with that dude in that Zoot shirt.
Yeah,
there.
try it. Just try
What
it.
shirt?
There. Let me tell you something, Skip Bayless. You
Yeah,
know what? Listen,
you tell me.
Listen, listen. Today has ended up being a good day. I got a clean bill of health.
Good.
So I'm very, very
Good.
happy. I was very happy up until the moment that I listened to you with your nonsensical dribble over the national
My facts?
airwaves speaking
Yeah.
just blasphemy about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question. For my man Shannon Sharp.
Oh, let's get him involved to defend you.
I'm talking. Let me ask this rhetorical question to Shannon Sharp, okay? Hey, Shannon.
Yes.
Do you know of any quarterback in NFL history that has been successful throwing the ball to dudes that can't get open?
No.
That can't get open.
No.
Nobody. You got to get open. You got to create separation. You got to find a way to do what you got to do. Now, according to the statistics, NFL Scouting Combine, Pro Day, when you look at Devontae Adams, when you look at James Jones, when you look at Randall Cobb, a legitimate argument could be made that they were the slowest receiving corps that any quarterback has had to deal with.
Oh.
And that is what Aaron Rodgers has been dealing with. Nevertheless, he sits here today. Green Bay's going to the playoffs. Okay, the man's got 29 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions, wasn't being protected. Guys weren't getting open, and you sit here with this blasphemy, having the unmitigated gall to sit up there and to disrespect this man, this bad man that he is. I'll admit it, he isn't the same as he was last year, but I blame those receivers more so than
it's the
him.
receivers'
You're
fault.
going to sit up there with a straight face and pick
dead
Andy
straight.
Dalton and not bring up Megatron like Shannon Sharp did. You should be ashamed. I swear, if I was in your face, I'd throw
Bring up
guys out and do
Megatron.
it.
What's he have to do with this discussion? Wait a second. Aren't you the guy who told me Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback you've ever watched? Didn't you tell me that?
No, and Shannon Sharp, my exact words to Skip Bayless was, he's the greatest talent at quarterback I have ever seen in terms of his overall ability. I can't argue with the numbers yet because he doesn't have the numbers, because he hasn't been doing it long enough to compare to Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and others. But from a talent perspective, throwing inside the pocket, outside the pocket, the level of accuracy on his passes, the receivers he's throwing to, there is no question that this brother right here is a bad man.
Who had just a bad year this year. Flat out bad year, and you cannot swallow it and accept it and embrace the fact that your bad man was really just awful by greatest talent standards. Who cares who his receivers are? If he's that good, he would make them great. And he's not that good.
Shannon, I'm going to give you a last chance.
Recruit Shannon for help. You need some backup.
I'm going to give you a last chance, Shannon, because I'm a bit perturbed that you two agreeing with anything this man says. I'm going to give you a last chance, Shannon, to check this man. I can't wait till I get back tomorrow.
Stephen
you
A.
have really crossed the line with this one.
Stephen A., you know you're great when they say you had a bad year and you throw 29 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. That's when you know you're really great.
Yeah, Stephen A., you know when you're really bad is when Andy Dalton has a better QBR than you do, threw for more yards per game than you did, and completed far higher percentage, 66% to your 60.8%. Really?
That is not the issue.
Really?
That is not the issue. The issue is that you were willing to pick Andy Dalton as opposed to Megatron, Calvin Johnson. You know, I'm saying
what does that have to do with this? Apples and oranges.
Skip, I got to tell you this. You crossed the line so bad this time, I'm not getting you a Christmas gift. I'm not getting you a Christmas gift, Skip Bayless.
Well, you gave me one last year, and that's going to apply for that. That was like for the last 8 years.
You really crossed the line. I'm going to give my gift to Ernestine. I'm done with you right now.
She deserves it more than I do.
Really crossed the line,
all right. I've crossed the line so badly, I'm going to ask you one last question.
You hurry up.
Does Aaron Rodgers deserve to be on the Pro Bowl team ahead of Andy Dalton? I just want one word, yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, with those numbers? He threw for 77 yards at Denver, and he's better than Andy Dalton. That's, you know what? That's blasphemy for you to say.
Andy Dalton's got Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill.
Oh,
Andy
please.
Dalton's got Eifert and Sanu. Andy Dalton's got continuity. Andy Dalton didn't have any injuries to deal with. No. I don't want to hear it. I'm going, Skip. I'm not getting you a Christmas gift. I'm telling you that right now. I can't wait till I get there tomorrow.
You know what?
He's punishing you with no Christmas gift.
You gave me a gift and you don't realize it. You gave me the gift of getting your goat so badly now that you called into the show as I predicted you would. And I got you. I got you.
Stephen A., he did say when we talk about this topic, Stephen A. would call in. He did say that.
Skin,
you know what?
Just like Josh Norman.
You know what? I ODB'd you. I ODB'd you, Stephen A. Way to go.
Stephen
I don't want to talk to you.
On a serious note, though, I'm glad your appointment went well, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yes, seriously.
Thank you.
All right, cover your ears for this
All right,
next bump, okay? Because you might get worked up again. There's been no Murray-up offense this season for Philly, so did Dallas make the right decision in letting go of DeMarco to